This is Luke chapter 14, verses 7 through to 15. And he began speaking a parable to the invited guests when he noticed how they had been picking out the places of honour at the table, saying to them, when you're invited by someone to a wedding feast, do not take the place of honour, for someone more distinguished than you might have been invited by him. And he who invited you both will come and say to you, give your place to this man. And then in disgrace you proceed to occupy the last place. But when you are invited, go and recline at the last place, so that when the one who has invited you comes, he may say to you, friend, move up higher, and then you will have honour in the sight of all who are at the table with you. For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. And he also went on to say to the one who had invited him, when you give a luncheon or a dinner, do not invite your friends or your neighbours or your brothers or your relatives or your rich neighbours. Otherwise, they may also invite you in return, and that will be your repayment. But when you give a reception, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind, and you will be blessed, since you do not have the means they do not have the means to repay you, for you will be repaid at the resurrection of the righteous. When one of those who was reclining at the table with him heard this, he said to him, blessed is everyone who will eat in the kingdom of God. It's a dangerous thing, isn't it, to invite Jesus to your house. Here he's with the Pharisees still. He was in the house of the Pharisees, and he watches people, and they're kind of tripping over each other, jockeying with the position to get the best seats. And Jesus says, take the lowest seat. How important that this is in the kingdom of God. The people, God's people, particularly those who call themselves leaders, that they take the lowest seat, so the one who calls them can call them to the higher seat. It's important. It's important that we take the lowest seat. And as we do, and Jesus says, for everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, humiliated. But he who humbles himself will be exalted. And then he turns to the one who invited him for this meal. And it's a kind of quiet rebuke, isn't it? He says, when you have a meal, I can see all these people, they'll all invite you to their meals, and you treat me as their honoured guest. That when they have their big soirees or whatever, they'll invite you along because when I was here, you invited them. Jesus says, look, invite the lowest of the low. Invite those people who can't repay you. Invite those people who you will not have any reflected glory in inviting them. Invite them. Because they can't repay you. But listen, but you will be repaid. You will be repaid at the resurrection of the righteous. How we should be those people who will love and care for those who have got no means to repay us for what we do for them. And Jesus says here that we will be repaid. Not on this earth, not in this life, but at the resurrection of the righteous. And then finally it says, one of them reclined and said, blessed is everyone who will eat in the kingdom of God. It's just kind of, just filling the room with words. Hasn't really listened or understood with what Jesus is saying. We need to be the people who listen to him, hear him, and do what he says.